Hello, and welcome to episode, goodness gracious, 91 of Super Prose. I'm player 2, Eli, and with me as always is...
Player 1, Ack, and Garrett Broldman. Did you know that this pod is on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify?
I did not, bro mama. Those are the places the people could
Like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
it sure is.
Oh, please stop with this accent.
Huh? Beg pardon? Of who do you speak to, bro?
I don't know.
I didn't choose that. I just started reading and that fell out of my face. It was just so unplanned. Speaking of unplanned things, yesterday I ended up walking 20,000 steps and then promptly messaging our dad, who can't currently walk right now because he's recovering from his skin cancer removal thing. So I just got to rub it in the one time that he can't go out there and like match me back. I got to be like, oops, 20,000, bitch. It's fantastic. I have not heard a response. I'm assuming that he's fighting mom trying to get outside to get even. This came after a lovely week of me cleaning my apartment. I can now like find shit and everything's not overlaid and it's lovely. I gave away I hope this isn't a repeat because I've been doing this for like weeks now, but I gave away like a basket of clothes, like a hamper of clothes, because I was like, I don't wear these, they don't fit, they're old, whatever.
Yeah.
Just like so much. And on my way to drop it off the other day, okay, we grew up in rural Nevada. We know what a coyote looks like. And I swear to you, hand to fucking God, I saw an LA9 walking a coyote on Olympic yesterday. I promise you, that's what was happening. That or somebody put cocaine in my Cheerios. Those are the only two reasons that I could have seen that. It was insane. I just like took about 9 double takes. I'm like, the fuck is happening right now? That girl is exquisitely hot, and that's definitely a fucking coyote on a leash. Okay, look away. Music. I gotta look back. Still there. I'm just like looking for anybody to make eye contact with and be like, you fucking seeing this shit? But nobody was bothered by it. So I'm assuming I had a stroke yesterday. But if I didn't, there is a gorgeous woman walking the streets of LA with a gamey looking fucking coyote. Just like herself, it could use a burrito. So somebody feed those two. Which also, finally somebody doing something. I finally, after ordering, I think a dozen shoes and spending multiple hours in multiple different, like, nice shoe stores, like Brooks and shit, I finally found a pair of shoes that feel decent. Not, like, great. Not good, like, above good, but, like, decent. That's what I finally got for the low price of, like, $175. And going through like at least a dozen shoes at home and God knows how many at stores. Yay, my feet. Also, I don't know if I'm going to get, okay, I did in the last like 12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours. I have done 2 firsts. And I think both of them are going to get me infinite flack and infinite credit. And I'm curious where you land on it. And if you viewers at home want to be like, I'm proud of you, or you fucking sad loser, how is it taking you to the age of 37 to do this shit? Last night, for the first time in ever, I disassembled my keyboard and cleaned all the keys and cleaned underneath them with like isopropyl alcohol via my downstairs neighbor's IT recommendations.
My God, you finally cleaned your keycaps.
Keycaps and underneath the keyboard. Like, clean the base of it. Yeah. Whole fucking takes forever.
Oh yeah, it's a process.
It is a process.
I gave hours on a show, you disconnect your keyboard and just do it while you're watching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a lot, and there was a lot down there. But first time doing that. How many times have you done that?
Several.
Okay, I'm a late bloomer.
I mean, fuck me. I did it like a month ago for the new PoE League. I was like, well, I'm gonna clean my keyboard before this.
That's awesome. So did that, and then this morning, for the first time in ever, I feel like this one should get me more judgment.
We'll
Maybe.
see.
Oh, is there judgment with the last one?
No, more like good for you. Finally,
Okay.
Like I'm sorry it took you so long, but it's not like something super apparent that people think about.
True.
So it's like mild judgment, mild like good. You're putting it together.
All right. I don't think this one's going to elicit the same response. For the first time in ever, I washed my rice before cooking it.
Jesus Christ. First time ever?
Ever. I didn't have people in my life that did that until not that long ago. Our mom never washed rice growing up.
I mean, no, but like, surely you at some point read like a fucking kitchen tutorial. Watched a video about people making fried rice.
No, you're not going to walk past that. A kitchen tutorial? You fucking nerd.
Yeah. And? Was it a point of shame you're trying to hit me with? Buddy, I have a desk with 4 different League of Legends plushies on it. Yeah, I'm a nerd. What do you want?
Yeah, I also bought most of those for you, probably.
No, you bought none of the... Actually, I'm sorry. 3. You might have bought the cat bug one.
Yeah.
But 1 Colton bought me, 2 I bought when I was at MSI.
No, I have never done it before. I did it for the first time today. It's very, very satisfying just activity. And also, being a grown-up and making rice better.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. I was going to ask you this before. What is your ratio? How much salt and or butter do you put with your rice when you're making it?
I don't know. Tablespoon or 2 of butter. The salt is indiscriminate. I just throw some in. You think I fucking measure?
I actually did.
Oh.
I didn't think you were going to pick up that from mom. I thought you were going to be a little bit more dad on this one and follow the recipe to the letter.
No, that shit is feeling. Also, I'm so seldom eating rice straight, so it's like a lot of it is getting mixed in a sauce or something. So it feels fairly. Yeah,
no, that's fair. So, I hope this isn't a byproduct of you introducing me to curry and it also becoming a decent staple of my diet. Because was delicious, even though it was like I note it as a C effort, I still like the product.
Sure.
So I can't wait to get better at it.
Okay.
This last week, on only particularly one 16-hour cycle, I had. They weren't like in a row. They were very 4 hours apart. But I had like 2 or 3 of the worst farts I've ever had in my life. I literally ran out of my own room. Like I farted, I was like, "Oh God!" and I fucking ran. I was like it was like a ghost or something. Just like, "Oh!" and just fucking took off. It was so bad. And I'm like, please don't let this be the curry. Please let this be anything else.
I mean, but then wouldn't it have happened more than that day? Because you would curry on more than one day, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Yeah, no.
Also, I don't really care. Like, whatever.
I'll tank it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was as horrifying as it was hilarious. So, like, I don't know. We take those. It was just like I have never run from my own flatulence before out of fear. It was just like
you've never driven yourself from a room like that.
Yeah. I'm so glad I was the only person. Otherwise, I would have police paperwork to fill out. It was such a war crime. Holy shit. Anyway, that has been what's going on with me. What's going on with you?
Not a whole hell of a lot. So last weekend, I went down to go hang out in Oregon. I'd just been kind of fucking depressed, wanted to go clear my head, which worked out pretty well because Sean had been having a shitty week. So we were a mutual excuse to just kind of cut loose and hang out. So mostly what we did is just kind of drank, got high, and watched stupid like movies and shows. That was pretty much the whole weekend. And then I drove back up Sunday. We also went to go watch his daughter was playing soccer on Saturday, so we took an edible and then went and watched soccer game.
Like responsible adults caring for a child, we got high.
I mean, listen, Nicole was sober. She was the DD. Like hell, she knew it was a thing before I did, because she texted me, like, "Hey, did Sean give you that edible yet?" And I was like, "Oh, apparently she's in the loop on this." Like,
yeah, I mean, you don't get high and not tell your partner.
No. And like they're responsible. They're intoxicants. They just enjoy them.
As one should.
Yeah. So, but strangely riveting. Watching soccer while you have a bit of the spins. So that was fun, and then just kind of floated around a pool for a while, continuing to get intoxicated. Sunburnt my neck.
I thought it was a pool. It ended up just being a bird bath.
Pretty much. It was great. And then I got him hooked on Game Changer. Hell yeah. Because that show is fucking hilarious. And came back up here Sunday. But yeah. And last week has been pretty bog standard. Yeah, it's been a week. There hasn't been really anything fucking crazy about it. Like, I started playing a game with people. I still think that I still don't know that Bill has ever talked to me directly, which is very strange, and I don't know if I'm reading into it. I'm just kind of ignoring it for now. But Wildgate's been kind of fun. The little bit I've played it, it's a bit of a circus, and so far I've gotten hosed at it, but that has been the only other notable development the last week, so been pretty fucking low-key.
Well, as opposed to and I don't know about you, but I kind of it's always nice to have highlight events, but also having a low-key life.
Not always bad.
Yeah, it's underrated. It's hard to make a movie about it, I understand, although slice of life is, it's picking up, but still, having nothing amazing, like groundbreaking happen isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But today we are talking about, well, arguably the opposite. We're talking about the most groundbreaking performances that we can recall and have enjoyed over our time watching film and television. And we're going to view the top 10 of our both lists. That was word salad. Take it away before I start trying to talk again.
Sure. So a phenomenal performance was Toni Collette in Hereditary, as the kind of mom and head of the horribly dysfunctional family that she's dealing with in the midst of a kind of familial crisis with her mom dying, and then a kid dying, and just watching it go downhill and her slowly disintegrate as she discovers her mom's old double life. And it's really well done. The kind of sense of not fanaticism, but how stressed and pensive and frustrating her situation is so perfectly conveyed. It's so well done. And so like the audience, as we're discovering all this, she feels just so kind of lost in it. It's translated so well. Like it is really well done.
I mean, the other thing for me that stuck out with that one is her ability to, in a single beat, completely change. Like that scene towards the end where her whole entire person changes in a beat. And it's an unbroken cut, and it going just like her doing it in real time is just like, holy fuck. Yeah, you're goated. Jesus Christ, don't ever do that in front of me in real life. I might shit myself. Like, it's so awesome. And also, I mean, like, a lot of these on our lists are going to be of the villain or more eccentric type, because sadly, that is...
They're given more room to play.
They're given more room to play. It shows off better. There's more, there's more flair on the tires. Like, is a Studebaker a great car? Yeah, but you never know it because it just never shows off. It's too low key. And there are some low key performances we have on here, but by and large, it's the ones that really wowed us, the ones that stood out, were the ones that were easier for us to recall.
Mm-hmm.
So, next up, we've got Daniel Day-Lewis in Pick a Roll. I mean, There Will Be Blood, where he just plays... I think it's like one of the few, and it's become a little bit more common, but having a villain as your protagonist is like a relatively rare occurrence, and I think this is probably the best and one of the ones that started it back up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in like Night of the Hunter from back in the day, it's sort of a thing with Robert Mitchum. He's sort of the main character, but in Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, he is the main character. He is overwhelmingly the one on screen, and he is very much the villain. It's like, okay, are we supposed to root for this guy? No, just watch him. Watch evil walk around and do evil shit, and also kind of understand, but also be horrified. The movie. Like, only Paul Thomas Anderson, one of the top 5 American directors working, and Daniel Day-Lewis, arguably the best actor. I don't even know if he's still technically working. He keeps coming in and out of retirement. It's hard to tell. I think could pull this off because it's such a mindfuck as a viewing experience and such a hard role to play in a way that is both evil. Like, for instance, I'm going to pair this with a movie that could have easily made this list, and looking at it now, we could find room for it, is Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. Awesome role. Very fun.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like the villain all the time. There's a lot of the time you're kind of empathizing, rooting for him. You find him cool.
As a part of that is because you see him kind of devolve to become the villain, because he doesn't start that way.
He doesn't start that way, but he gets there relatively quickly. And he is like a sleazeball.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got, at least for me, and a lot of people I've heard, because this is a problem with that movie, reportedly.
Sure.
Is that Wolf of Wall Street, a lot of people kind of misunderstood what Martin Scorsese was trying to say about man and about this character. Because Leonardo DiCaprio is hot. He's very well spoken. Like, the life he had looked kind of cool at times. Daniel Day-Lewis never has any of that going in There Will Be Blood, and yet still you are, or at least I was, magnetized to the television with his performance, which is just amazing. To be like, holy shit, I can't take my eyes away. Also, fuck this guy. I'm terrified, would never want to be with him. That, to me, is so impressive.
Well, not for the same reason. But coming off of just finishing Mr. Robot, Rami Malek had a very great performance in a very non-standard way. Because he
seems to do.
Because, yeah, I'd say, to be fair, he does not do standard very well at all, but, the character of Elliot Alderson is bizarre. Literally, he is different. He stands out. He is kind of a social pariah. And he plays such a great, like, he's super anxious. He's super uncomfortable. And he will flip-flop. Because he will occasionally be Mr. Robot or be a different persona. And so at times you will see that portrayed by Christian Slater. And at times it's just him doing it. And so you are left to figure out, oh, he is no longer Elliot. He is now Mr. Robot. And you are never lost on that front. Like, you were picking it up immediately, like, oh, I'm looking at the wrong person. And that's like, and that's the thing. He is a different person when he does it, which is so cool. And even the range for Elliot Alderson changes as he goes, and he fluctuates. Like, he's erratic as shit, but he seems always within character. Doesn't feel disjointed or
his character is not doing a caricature.
Yes. He is some great, like, and he goes from the great kind of menacing quiet to great outbursts to great tirades, and also looking horrified and shell shocked. Like, he just has surprising range for how kind of quiet and nerdy and just reclusive he is as a character.
So next up is one of the people that kind of inspired this list, and definitely one of my favorite, like, best of all time films, and one of my earliest, like, kind of interactions with, like, high cinema. And incidentally, the same year as my first recommendation, which is No Country for Old Men, with Javier Bardem's Anton Chigurh. Holy fucking shit. Has a bowl cut never scared me so much in my fucking life. Which apparently, I'm not saying he's like a pussy hound or anything like that, but Javier Bardem, when he got given the haircut, he's like, well, I guess I'm not having sex while we're making this whole entire movie. Which is a great quip to your director or like whoever gave him that info, which is fantastic. But like, one of the characters that we're thinking about putting on here, which is really good and kind of definitely the inspiration to some degree for Javier Bardem's Anton Chigurh, was Anthony Hopkins' Hannibal. Mm-hmm. Awesome role, spellbinding. But Javier just does it in this way that it goes from menacing to calculating, and it's creepy, but in subtext only. Like, if you watch some of the scenes out of order with No Country, they might read differently. But the fact that with Anthony Hopkins, you're always like, dude, this guy's creepy when he's Hannibal.
Yeah.
Javier Bardem, literally, there's like multiple scenes where he's just talking, and he's not threatening the person. He's not leering forward. His face isn't in any way askew. It's very placid, and it's just like sitting there, you want to scream at the character to run.
Yeah.
But one, they can't hear you, and two, there's like no reason for them to, but you feel it. It's wild. It's such, especially like the final scene. There's no gun out. He's just talking to it's not McClellan. Shit. Trying to remember Brolin's main character, Josh Brolin's wife, whatever, in the film, and she's like talking to him and just like, you need to run, but also like you don't entirely know you should, but you do. It's so awesome. All right, I'm done gushing.
All right,
he won't marry me. I've seen his wife.
So, I think of a movie that was a vehicle to just show off actors doing duality was Us. Very deliberately. And damn, it worked. It's crazy to think. I love when actors can show two different, like, I love the kind of dual actor thing. Like, so, I mean, probably one of my favorite parts.
Noted by the fact that your first three choices have strong polarity acting differences.
Yeah. Well, it's like where they can be two different people on the same screen.
Yeah.
And like they're distinct people. Like one of my favorite parts of Sinners was just seeing Michael B. Jordan be the Smokestack Twins and being so different.
All right. Now that you brought this up, one, yes. Two, this is a random aside, but I was thinking about it this morning, so I gotta talk about it. Isn't it really funny that we never say Michael B. Jordan and think of Michael Jordan?
And that single letter goes really hard.
It goes so far.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm wondering if it was intentional, and it's just so funny that I've never thought about it until like this morning.
Huh. Yeah.
All right, sorry. Continue.
Anyway,
Us.
Us. So but seeing people who go from normal family to basically mute sociopaths is wild. And it is such a dichotomy that is struck. And I think Lupita Nyong'o just absolutely crushes it as the body swapped, because and they kind of ham-fist at the end where it's like, all right, I get it. She was the girl from down who swapped and went up. And so this is largely done as kind of a vengeful vendetta from an 8-year-old girl who was put into a shitty life. Which, great. But the stark difference in how they behave, how they talk, how they look at people, just it's crazy that they can make body language so distinct. And for the other actors on cast too, how distinct they can make facial expressions, especially the daughter. Oh my god, that smile still haunts me. It's not okay. It's not human. That's not how humans should look. It's so good. Like it really is just like, how different can I make these two people while still being the same person? It's like, oh, very. It turns out.
Yeah. So next up, we've got one of my favorite. From like we've gushed about this movie in like 9 different ways. From one of my favorite openers to some of my favorite lines, and just all around, just oozing with that evil riz. We've got Christoph Waltz in *Inglourious Bastards*.
Yep.
That's a bingo is by the same guy who then fucking chokes out an actress with just the most like crazed visage upon his face. Not a smile. It's sort of ragey, but it's just driven purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking crazy. The opener's like the opener knocks it out of the park. Just the way, like, you're not surprised. And I'm sorry if I'm spoiling the opening, but you should have seen it by now.
It's been out for over a decade.
It's been out for a decade. It's also the opener. It's also like the most popular scene in the movie, and for good reason. It's insane.
Yeah.
To talk so casually about basically, it's like water cooler talk, and you don't know anything else. You don't know that there are Jews under the floorboards. You have no idea. So it's not like, oh, there's a ticking bomb, ergo that's why you're scared. You don't know that. There could be no one. This could be the wrong house. Nothing could happen. There is nothing seeming like it's going to happen. He's just asking him questions and maybe venting a little. But you're so concerned and freaked the fuck out by just the je ne sais quoi. Like, so but peeling back the screen a little bit, this movie was in pre-production for over a year because Quentin Tarantino needed to find the right guy to play Hans Landa.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find him, and thought he was not going to make the movie. He was going to shelf it, work his next project. And then Christoph Waltz walked in, and within seconds, he turned to his producer and was like, we're in. We're making this movie.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. And it's like, and you see that on screen, that acting, for lack of a better word, riz, is just permeating. It seeps into the floor, into the ceiling, into the milk, into the fucking pipe. It's everywhere in that scene. It's just him talking. It's just, I mean, Quentin's scene is amazing, as they always are. It's perfectly written. But that acting is spellbinding.
Yeah.
I'm quite certain I'm going to now look for the link and put it in the description. So if you haven't seen it, watch it. It'll blow your fucking mind. While I'm doing that, what do you got next?
I mean, there's a reason he won a posthumous Oscar for it, because Heath Ledger crushed it as Joker. He is the best Joker that will ever be on screen, bar none. I don't think his representation of that role is ever going to be topped, ever. and for a damn good reason.
I think they might make different Jokers. Like there are different ways you can make the Joker, but yeah, I agree.
Like they will never make a gritty Joker better than that one. No chance. Ain't no way.
Yeah. Well, okay, caveat. I think you could make a grittier Joker. I don't think you could make a gritty Joker with that style.
No.
Like he blended the Joker lunacy with the realism and grittiness to perfection.
Yeah. Like it feels like what fuck me. It feels like what Jared Leto tried to do and just it fell so flat on its fucking face. Yeah. Anyways, but just Heath Ledger is we've talked about this. All of the best scenes of that movie are the ones he's in. And there's a really good reason for it. Like the other parts of the cast are fine. Sometimes they're good. They're not great. He is the perfect, like, you love to hate him because he's nuts, because he doesn't care. He is in your face. He is killing your dudes. He doesn't give a shit.
That movie definitely falls multiple ranks for me without his acting in it.
100%.
Like, it goes from, like, I think it is one of the all-time movies. I think we would not ever talk about it if it was potentially... Like, if you put Jared Leto in that movie, we would not have talked about it, and there might not have been a third one.
No. That would go from, an S to a B.
Yeah.
Like, it would be fine.
And that's with all the same acting and, and
like,
Christopher Nolan and everything.
It would be fine.
Good.
It would be decent. It would not be great. No. Like, he is such a perfect foil and so perfectly vile in the same manner. And like you said, he is the lunacy.
You can scare, like, unsettle an actor like shit. Who's the guy who played Alfred in that movie series? Shit.
Michael Caine.
Yeah. When you can unsettle Michael Caine, and just like because he didn't know what he was expecting.
Yeah.
Like, he had an idea, but he hadn't seen Heath or interacted with Heath. And when Heath walks in that dinner scene, you can see it in the background that Michael Caine goes, "What the fuck?" And it's just like, ah! like most everybody in that scene was not ready. I think Maggie Gyllenhaal like kind of reacted, but it wasn't what she intended. It was just a knee-jerk. Like, everybody in that scene is being like, "Yeah."
Yeah. And I think what sells it too is like the reason Joker is such a big villain is he's the perfect foil to Batman's Law and Order is his lawless chaos. And he's he's so perfect at like the interrogation scene where Batman is just hitting him. He's just, you have nothing to threaten me with. And just the absolute...
Also, the laugh is like...
His laugh is fucking insane. It's so good.
I love Mark Hamill's laugh. I think that is the iconic Joker laugh. It is perfect from the animated series.
It's terrific.
This was somewhere between...
unsettling.
This one was unsettling, but it wasn't trying to mimic it. It was trying to pay homage and do it his own way, and he fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
That like kind of like cackle.
Yes.
Of its uninhibited joy of villainy. It's just
like, it is like the perfect laugh for insane murderous glee. Right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to imagine being Christopher Nolan and be like, "Yay! Don't leave me alone with him."
Yeah, everything is just perfect. It is what the character is, and like why I don't know that we're ever going to see a better like live action Joker ever. It's just, it was so good. Anyway, I could talk about this way too long. Please go take it away.
So on to another arguable villain. We've got Allison Janney, who I love in everything she does. Specifically, this go around in I, Tonya, which is a fantastic retelling, artistic license take of the Tonya Harding story.
Mm-hmm.
Not portraying her as more of a victim than a villain. Tonya Harding specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Which is correct, I think, given the information. It definitely is one of those things. And slight spoiler, going to talk about that later with the movie I am going to recommend this week, that the way the American, especially news cycle, likes to portray people as villains is almost always polarized and away from the reality of the situation. Tanya Harding was a ruthless figure skater, and she was great.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a bitch attitude. Some of that was deserved, some of that wasn't. Her like percentage of interaction with what happened to, I can't even remember her name, the other figure skater, is predominantly outside of her control, scope, and interaction. So the fact that like the media made her out to be like this mastermind villain who put out a hit on this girl is wildly unclaimed. That being said, the real villain of the story, as most things are, you talk to therapists, is parents.
It's the parents.
Yeah.
Always.
Allison Janney plays Miss Harding, for lack of a better, I don't remember the full character's name. It's, Margot Robbie's mom. Holy country, Batman. This bitch. Woo! Like,
oh my
like
God, Francine, this bitch.
One of the first scenes you see her in is she's out there scolding her daughter for not doing like a perfect figure eight or whatever when her daughter's like 6, and telling her, like, her daughter's like, "Can I have a snack?" She goes, "No, get back on the fucking ice. Maybe you'll like eat some water in the air." Like she's just being like just ruthlessly bitchy. And this other mom just kind of looks at her like, "The fuck," and then she snaps on her too. It's like, God damn, Allison Janney, just take it down 1,000 pegs. It's so phenomenal. It's the perfect, like, that lady, you hate her, and yet at the same time you're like, wow, this is awesome
away
to
from
watch.
this disaster.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's like, God, you suck. But also, I'll watch some more.
I hope you get punished. I'm mesmerized.
Yeah. Doesn't really.
Unfortunately.
But, yeah. All right. Let's, we've been talking about bad guys for a hot minute and bad ladies.
Let's have a good guy.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. I do not remember the character's name. Fuck. I need to know. I need to know. Cooper.
Sorry, just spend that much time looking up and just Cooper. Okay, so
pretty basic fucking name. There are 2 scenes that I think are just so good and just so heartrending. Because for most of the movie, like, Cooper is kind of relentlessly positive and optimistic. Like, he wants the best outcome. He's basically willing to be positive whether people are negative. He wants to see the fucking silver lining, like, as hard as possible. And he's just kind of plucky. And that is so contradicted. So there's actually, I'm sorry, 3. Because there's the moment where he's leaving that he has to, like, tell his daughter he's going. That hurts. But he's doing it for her. So it's still, okay, still sits. When he loses time and he comes back to a backlog of videos from his kids of them growing up and him missing it.
Yeah.
Fuck me. It hurt to watch, and I am not a parent. Like, oh, it's just brutal. And he just breaks down. It's time he will never get back. And you feel it. And the other time is when he wants to go back and tell himself not to leave, to not miss that, when he's behind the bookshelf, hammering, unable to interact with the past, and just screaming at himself, just stay, don't go. Ugh. Like, I don't necessarily agree with all the weird time shenanigans that happens in Interstellar.
What, you not like
time travel? Yeah, I know. Like, but damn, damn, he kills that role. It's so good. It's so hard to watch. It's like, oh, I feel it. It's so well done. Like, I'm not a huge Matthew McConaughey stan, but damn, he deserves the flowers for that role. He did it so perfectly. I'm gonna be over here feeling. What do you got next?
So I don't know if, like, by technical accounting, she deserves to be on the list for this role, but I fucking love it so much that, and it's our show, I don't give a fuck. Phoebe Waller-Bridge in Fleabag is one of my favorite performances to watch. I don't think it's groundbreaking in any way. The more I think about it, it's just really fucking cool, and I don't think it's as easy as she makes it look. So for those of you that haven't watched Fleabag, this is apparent within, the first 10 minutes, is she is kind of going through something, and she will constantly break the fourth wall and talk to the audience. This stems from Phoebe writing the show and doing her own one-woman play of it in the West End in Britain, and then it getting picked up and made into a show for 2 seasons. And the character is constantly living this very laissez-faire, sex-positive, sloppy lifestyle, taking some care of herself, but not nearly enough. And, talking, like, one of the first things she's talking about is, like, the first scene is, like, she's just had anal sex with this guy, and this guy's giving her compliments, and then it sits with her, and she goes, and then I wonder, and turns to the camera, do I have a massive asshole? It's like, fucking awesome. So, don't know if it's great, but the character and the way it's delivered is just one of my favorites of all time. It's infinitely quotable, infinitely fun, and it does, I think one of the cool things that the show does to, kind of gush about this is it shows women being women, and not in this, well, there has to be, like, one of the things that guys will be shown is a bad version of a guy that is understandable but doesn't have that many, if any, redeeming characteristics.
Sure.
It's very constant. Very infrequently are women shown as women doing the same thing. They will do that. The times you see that are when they are arguably, and I think some of this is social like typography, is playing a masculine role of, like, the big boss, and they're being ruthless. And there is nothing about them that is particularly, I'm not saying feminine, but there is nothing that has feminine resonance to it.
Sure. Not
and with
feminine coded.
Yeah. There's nothing about, like, you could, if somebody went back in and changed the face of the character to being male, it would read the exact same, and in some cases better, because it is typically a masculine role to be, like, that kind of ruthless. And for there to be a character that you do empathize with, they do have funny moments, they are very human, and to be a woman and show that it's possible to be a woman that is likable and flawed, and also not run into she is a bit of a sex addict, but not have to be the whole entire story.
Yeah.
Like, that is parts of the story that different colors her character, like, Jesus, you slut. Like, she's fucking, like, she hates multiple guys that she sleeps with. She's just like, oh, like, you're a bit of a, I say this with love, Fleabag, you're a bit of a skank.
You're a wee bit of a slag.
Yeah. And still have all of that in there is just magnifique.
Well, speaking of flawed characters with odd coding, Barry is an interesting thing to watch, because Bill Hader he's not someone you associate with drama, but
no,
damn, does he have the chops. And mostly, 80% of the screen time, Barry is just being kind of socially awkward and a fish out of water. And it works. Like it's very amusing to watch him just kind of like try and fumble through acting class and try to figure out how to be human because he just kind of isn't.
Yep.
And to see what he latches on to and how he tries to mold himself to make people like him because he believes like he needs to be a certain way for people to like him. And
Weird. I wonder where he gets that idea.
Can't imagine. But the few moments that you see actually Barry be Barry, especially when it's like, oh, there's the Marine crawling out, are great. And I mean, we've talked about especially the end of season 1. Why did you have to say that?
That's not even the end.
It's like one episode before.
It's like episode 5 or 6, I think.
It's the episode where the season ends for sure. It's like the penultimate episode of season 1 because the end of season 1 is where he kills the detective.
There's at least I think there's like 2 episodes of that.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, even so, just that moment, just why'd you have to say that? It's that and like his standoff with the detective too, where he's like, we don't have to do this because he knows he's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
If she pushes it, he's like, I need you to let this go, and she can't because she's a cop. Like it's just he has the moments where it just kind of cuts through and the weird goofy veneer that is Barry is gone and you get to see something like troubled and dangerous underneath is so cool. Yeah. Also fucking him punching a piece of glass or punching a picture frame and just his hand bleeding everywhere with the stupid acting teacher like, oh, I'll come back to you later. Like, panicking like, oh my god,
took us to a place that wham, and I see you're still there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is such his performance also in that show is Henry Winkler in that show does an awesome turn of being this sad sleazeball, like because he is just getting money from
these the fucking worst.
He's so bad, but also like every character in that show is so awesome and they suck and also you get them.
Yeah, they are horribly flawed, shitty people. Like everyone in that show, the more you look at them, like, wow, you are a terrible person. You suck so hard. All right, speaking of flawed people.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, no, she ain't no saint.
Mag's just looking after her boys. So the amazing character actress Margot Martindale,
revered character actress Margot
Martindale is justified as Mags Bennett. Oh, Lord have mercy. Such a special place in our heart for that. And it's like she's so scary and folksy at the same time, but not in a like we fuck people like you around here kind of folksy.
It's not banjo music. There's no
it's not banjo music,
shit.
and that's one of the things that we've praised about. I mean, the other person that we could cite in the show that actually, how the fuck did we not cite? How did we not cite Walton Goggins? Yeah, in this list anywhere. Fuck me. All right. Anyway, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do a 2-parter real quick then. It's like one of the things we've always praised about Justified is it doesn't show the South. It shows that being the South, but not only in a negative way. They show the racism. They show the folksy stupidity. They also show the cunning, wily genius, the eloquence, the familial care, there's so much in that show to be loved about its presentation of the South, and I really do appreciate it because, as a lot of cinema is made on the coasts, the punching bag is often the Midwest. Kentucky is square dead in the center of that shit. So for it to be shown with such care and still have this, mom villain who runs the show, but does it in a very soft touch presentation. Not in reality, it's a very cruel grip. But the way she says it and does it and then is just in such good balance and juxtaposition, it's just flawless. And also, I mean this with love, with Margot Martindale, with oh shit, she was actually in Fleabag. She's the mom, or she's like the one second. Let me see. This is say her fucking name, Olivia Colman. In Fleabag, having actresses especially, because actors can get away with this a lot. I love Stephen Root, for example, is one where I mean this with love, and I'm getting to why. They are not good-looking people. They are not LA9s. They are LA4s. And for them to still be acting and on the big screen is awesome. Not only for public portrayal of people, seeing people on the screen other than gorgeous people. Like, it's one of the things that drove me crazy about Game of Thrones. The people that they have that are supposed to be ugly, uggos, if you will, fucking gorgeous. The person that's supposed to be playing Brienne of Tarth is supposed to look hideous. And that's their version of hideous, is her? Fuck off.
Some big Swedish bitch.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Fucking gorgeous. Can she marry me tomorrow? Because I'll be there. Like, the imp is supposed to be disgusting. And they get Peter Dinklage, who was a handsome man.
I would say, oh no, he's short.
Yeah. Like, the way they ugg him up is they give him a scar on his nose. Ew, hideous, I would never. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's Peter fucking Dinklage. Yeah, he would.
He can dink mileage, if you know what I mean. Okay, so... Back to Justified. Margot Martindale, and we're lumping him in because we don't have room because the rest of these guys are awesome. But fuck me, he needs to be on the list. Is Walton Goggins. Just so awesome and captivating. And very much kind of doing the same thing of the way they speak with that southern patois and folksiness, and yet have that boss mentality and rigor like mixed in there is just gorgeous. It is like hearing it is like good banjo music. You don't think, oh, that's for those hillbillies. Like, you hear good banjo music, you're like, holy fuck, how do I not hear this more often? It's spellbinding.
Good bluegrass music is good fucking music.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. So with Margot, you've got that motherly, like, kind of that firm, it's that motherly charm and folksiness with that firm bear grip that you would need to run a crime syndicate or a rowdy household, which I feel like kind of is probably the impetus where it started. But I don't know. Either way, those scenes where she's pouring somebody a drink and being kind of folksy, and then just leans in and goes and basically lets you and the character know, you fucked up and I know you did, and you're just like, you're dead. You're so fucking dead.
It wasn't in the drink. It was in the glass.
And the way she says it too, it's just that soft, like it's almost an apology, but it's your fault and you know that. Like, fuck. And then, I mean, Walton Goggins, as put perfectly by it was the sniper. What does he say?
Well, I have an erection.
Yeah, it's whoop. There's the whoop. I have an erection, and then there's the can you, or no, he's talking about that's somebody else's line. Yeah, well, I have an erection. It's just like a fantastic thing for a trap like phone call that he makes to other villains, and just like zhuzhes them up a little. Speaking of other villains,
we almost made this list and didn't mention Bryan Cranston.
Oops.
Yeah, the guy who won how many Emmys for being Walter White?
I think it's like 3 or 4. Let me see.
Yeah, like I think he got one all but one season. With Cause.
4. So like there's technically only 5 seasons, so it's he won 4 of 5.
Yeah, nuts. An 80% hit rate on Emmys. Is that like the best?
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
unless you include like one-offs, like if you do like
that
doesn't count. Yeah, I think with any amount of like just extra seasons, that's probably what you're gonna hit.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Anyway, there's a reason, and what's crazy to me too is he did it coming off the heels of being Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. So it's like he has terrific like comedy chops. Like he's just this goofy manic as fuck dad in this slapstick ass comedy. And then he goes to being a teacher turned meth cook / empire maker. What the fuck? Like how? How did he get cast of all people?
So have I told you the backstory behind this? So I know this the how he makes that jump. So comes off doing that, loved doing the show. Yep. The way he came up with the character from Malcolm in the Middle is kind of awesome too. He was like, how do I portray this character? Because it wasn't written exactly like the way he portrayed it. Mm-hmm. And he just looked at his awesome co-host and goes, okay, I'm going to do everything. I am the opposite of her. How he created his character for Malcolm in the Middle, mm-hmm. which is why like she never runs away from a fight. He runs away from every fight.
Yep.
She does this, he does that. And it's like literally made it in a lab the perfect foil.
Mm-hmm.
Does that show. Awesome. I think he gets multiple Emmys for that show. Fantastic.
It's hilarious. Great.
And show ends. He goes, okay, I do not want to get typecast. I had a lot of fun doing this. I've done a lot of comedy. That's great. I know I can do other things, and I do not want to get set in this role. I want to do something different. So he turns away multiple just job offers. Not even like, hey, would you come and audition? They're like, hey, we'll give you this role right now. And he's like, no. I want to do something different. Thank you, but no, not right now. And his agent is mad as fuck at him. Just like, the fuck? We're costing us money. He's like, it's all about the art, man. And so he's like, I want to do something serious. Want to do something serious.
Okay.
Before Breaking Bad, before Malcolm in the Middle, before where he got his start was, I believe, like kind of got noticed, was Seinfeld, where he's like, I think he dates Elaine and is like a dentist.
Okay.
And, like has this famous scene where he like gets high on his own nitrous before putting Jerry under, and Jerry's like, what the fuck? And it was like ad-libbed. Like last minute, he's just like takes a hit off the laughing gas before putting it over Jerry's face. Just, like, such a great thing to throw in the edit, like while they're filming. Before that, he did an episode of I think it was X-Files. So I think he's too young to have done the Twilight Zone. So X-Files was kind of like the next version of that, more or less.
Sure.
As it's been explained to me by fans. He does this episode. It's really cool. It's really funny. It's really weird. The writer of that episode was none other than Vince Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad. So years later, while he is waiting for an opportunity to do something that is not comedy, Vince Gilligan is coming up with the show. Had liked working with Bryan Cranston, because how the fuck can you not? Sends him a thing, he gets it and goes and does that. So like, basically hung out with a girl on the bus once when he missed his bus back in grade school, and then ends up marrying her. That kind of like from back in the day to now shit.
That's wild.
It's fucking crazy. So that's how
he okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking bizarre.
Also, while I'm looking at the IMDb page, because I have a quip after you're done gushing, as you should, about Bryan Cranston.
Sure.
Mike Ehrmantraut is not too dissimilar in that used to do roles back in the day as a goon, gets brought on this to do goon. He was supposed to be around for like 1 to 2 episodes, and they just liked him so much they put him in the show and then put him in Better Call.
Reasonable based.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a reason that like Bryan Cranston won so many Emmys, but like memes only spawn off of things that are relevant, and so the whole "I am the danger."
I am the one who knocks.
I mean, he showed up with like multiple late night talk shows to just like glare at the host to intimidate. It was like everywhere. It was crazy, and like it was such a crazy character to watch too, because he goes like his character arc is wild too, where he starts like he's nervous and like this is a world he doesn't know, but he's desperate, and that's the motivation. But then desperation turns into this like insane hunger, which eventually at the end gives way to like recognition and kind of remorse. And you have to wait so long for that payoff, but it does finally get there. And he is just the kind of human embodiment of pride. Like he's so tired of being second place and second best because he's supposed to be awesome, and he is.
It's kind of interesting. I think saying it the way you did, I think this is the only role I can think of where offhand, especially definitely the best version of it, of going from good guy to bad guy and back to good guy again. So a lot of the times, occasionally you get a glimmer at the end, but this one, it is kind of like the back half of the last season. It's like, yeah, he's a good guy again. Yeah, like he sees the error of his ways. He wants to make things right.
Like the last like 3 episodes, basically, he just wants to make it right as best he can because it's fucked. But like to try and salvage what he can of the situation.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so cool. And the character is so inventive and has just dumb foibles and dumb moments for being so intelligent. And it's like, I think one of my favorite scenes is early. I think it's like the first season where he's choking the guy with the bike lock. And just like, as the guy collapses, he's just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And just frantically apologizing. It's just such a good character. It's such a good character. It's so dynamic. It's goes crazy places. Like, it's just perfect. There's a reason he won 4 out of 5 Emmys for that character.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing is it wasn't until we were talking about that I was realizing, like, kind of similarly to my last entry, also Giancarlo Esposito was in this show and we're not really thinking about it. And that guy's role was one that like redefined his career. Like it was so good.
Yeah. He was
a little monotone, arguably, but still just like
he
the
was
scenes
like,
where he turns it on and
he's the perfect Two-Face.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I love the scene where you get to see it because it's shot and it's something I noticed. The camera work is really clever.
Okay.
When Walter figures it out, he's like, we were supposed to meet somebody who didn't show. Why did this guy talk to us? So he goes to basically interrogate Gus. Yeah. And he's like, you are the guy. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking. He's looking over Walter's left shoulder. Like the camera's over his left shoulder. Okay. He goes, you didn't need to come talk to us. You did. I think you're who I'm supposed to talk to. It goes over his other shoulder where Gus is then Gus.
Awesome.
It's so cool. He's like, no, we're not. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Is this guy?
Yeah. You thought you were the big bad. Nope.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite relationships in the film is those two. Yeah. Because it's just like Walter literally meets his match in that. Yeah. Just like, because Gus would never have lost to Walter unless he had his one kind of addiction, which was getting even with the Salamancas.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, Walter can never beat him. Because Walter's got problems. Gus has nothing. Gus is just all business all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like unbeatable. So speaking of something that is unbeatable, Rosamund Pike's character in Gone Girl is terrifying. Very similar to the whole Two-Face thing, except she doesn't ever really break guys. It's just kind of this mask, and then you don't know what she's going to do next. So, old movie, even older book, I believe. Fantastic. Would recommend y'all seeing it even after this. I knew the ending and a lot of the backstory and still just floored me. Rosamund Pike is in a whatever relationship, doesn't particularly like it, mediocre husband of Ben Affleck. And then she decides that she's going to fake her own death, frame him for it, and steal their money and leave. Ends up getting, while out in the land, gets robbed of the money that she's kind of run away with. Realizes she can't, she needs that. She finds an ex-lover of hers that is a creep, played by Neil Patrick Harris. Kills him, frames him for the abduction of her and making it look like Ben Affleck killed her, to then go back to Ben Affleck and blackmail him for the rest of their marriage to treat her correct, otherwise she'll do it again. And all without ever yelling or raising her voice or even looking pissed.
Oh no.
It's spellbindingly freaky as fuck. It is so awesome and such a great turn for the Bond girl that everybody forgets, who has one of the few that has escaped the Bondville curse, or the Bond girl curse. And just, yeah. Not much more to say about that. Highly recommend going and watching the movie and just being floored at how great someone can convey all of that without, with the facial expression of monotone.
Well, for somebody who is definitely not monotone,
I was gonna say, and the opposite is
the polar opposite. If you want to watch someone go absolutely nuts, Natalie Portman in Black Swan is something to behold. Watching someone get so obsessed with the idea of being perfect, and to the point that she's losing her grip handily on reality, it is mesmerizing. I'm not gonna lie, when the movie started, I was like, why am I watching a movie about ballet? Doesn't matter. It is basically a big character drama for Natalie Portman's character, and it's awesome. She goes so crazy, and you get dragged along as the audience. You are so quickly not sure what is real. You are so quickly not sure what her motivate. If she is
another one where the big bad is low key the mom.
Kind of. But not really. There isn't really a big bad.
No, that's what I mean. It's just it does it on its surface. It's okay, it's this, or maybe it's that. It's actually, it's always the mom.
It's the mom doesn't help. Because the mom pushes, but it's Natalie Portman breaks. The mom is not helpful. The mom is not good.
Mom's not the best.
Mom's not the best. She doesn't help reel in the child.
She was definitely no Sabella Pope series.
No, she was not a supportive parent. And so just, yeah, watching her be, and what's kind of interesting is how well they convey emotion with dance, which is hard to do. Just physical movement, no word, no nothing. And so seeing her be the black swan versus the white, and seeing the difference between confident and perfect versus meek and afraid is really impressive too. It's one of those where it's doing just raw physical acting. That's not something most people can do, for a reason. Because it's difficult, it's challenging. You have very little to work with. So it's crazy how well that was done. What's next?
So this one is more caricature than anything else, but it is like one of those ones that it wasn't until multiple rewatches and just kind of like, wait a minute, I know you. That underneath the guise of what they put on and the way she acted, Tilda Swinton is basically a blank canvas that you put something on and then they become the character, and it's fucking amazing. And the best place that I've seen example of this is Snowpiercer, where it's this post-apocalyptic, everybody lives on this like eternity train, and she is the left-hand lady of the kind of governor of the train. And she has these like horrific glasses and teeth and like shit hair, and just walking around with this awesomely awful British accent. You all are in the back of the train, and that's like it's not even good. It's like so fantastically ugh. You just like ugh, bleh, no ugh, it's just amazing. I'll see if I can find like a cut of her doing some of her biz. It's just I've heard some of her stuff has been sampled in some of my favorite audio things as just like a little taste of her from Snowpiercer. It's like, gosh, it's so good. It just yuck, lady, go away. Wash your muck ass teeth and fucking
fuck you, fuck putting your fluid on, fuck you, yuck mouth teeth.
Yeah, all that and that's it's just it's so perfect. It just like dissolves into her character kind of in a similar way that for the like it is a little reminiscent to me of, for those of you growing up in our era that saw the movie Hook, that Glenn Close plays a pirate for all of 2 minutes. And nobody realizes it was her. Because she just like, between makeup and acting and not traditional role, it's just like, yeah, she's dissolved. For those of you that are wondering, it's the pirate that's a man that gets put in the boo box. That's Glenn Close, who just decided to rock up, be on Hook for all of 5 minutes.
Probably spent more time in makeup. Way more time in makeup than on set.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
That's funny. All right. I bit Anna Sawai from Shogun. Oh my. The show is still bonkers. And a vehicle to just show off a lot of good character acting and monologuing. But Lady Mariko is such an interesting character because she's so out of place. Like, she doesn't quite belong anywhere, but she is too useful to be let go. So like, she is the interpreter for the main lord, whose name just escaped me. It's like, but she's the interpreter for John Blackthorne, and kind of turns into a love interest. But she is married, but she hates her husband. She is stuck between so many obligations and so much of what she actually wants, that she is this tortured person who has to swap who she is and who she presents as based on context and what's happening around her. It's so well done. Like, it borders on perfect how well she basically code swaps when doing this role. Because how she talks when she is in the presence of her lord is very different than how she just talks casually with John Blackthorne. Like, things like that. There's so many great little idiosyncrasies on how she composes herself. That's incredible. And just the emotional range of, like, she wants to just die because her family is dead, and she kind of hates being alive, and just isn't allowed to because she's too useful.
Yay!
Like, yeah, man. Feudal Japan had problems.
Yeah, feudal Japan had problems.
I mean, it did. Modern Japan still has problems.
Yeah, that's where I was more going at. But yes.
I mean, listen, not exclusive.
It's true. So this next one floored us for a different reason upon recent discovery. So one of my favorite shows, and I think you enjoyed it a fair amount, yeah? Did you finish the show or no?
No.
Okay.
I like it. I respect it. I just kind of hate that it's like things. I hate the message of like things just happen because I'm like,
sure.
God damn it.
Well, that's not the message I took away, but that's a pretty fair interpretation. So the show Dirk Gently is awesome, whimsical absurdism, and very much built into a fantastic universe. And one of our favorite characters is Bart, who is this. What's the?
She's a holistic assassin.
A holistic assassin just kills people that the universe dictates and can't be killed. They just go around being this nappy ass fucking needing of a shower psycho bitch that just kills anybody and everything that the universe deems she should. And she does it in just the most awesome ways. In every scene you see, it's just visual candy. I'll see if I can find a supercut of her just going ham. It's fucking rad.
She kills a lot of people.
Just
kind of indiscriminately.
And you think, oh, she can kill anyone. She can't kill herself, and she can't. She tries to kill Dirk and can't. Like, she pulls a gun and clicks on Dirk, and it's like the gun won't fire.
Or like jams, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess I don't kill you then, and then leaves. Because that's what they're about, which is an awesome character design to begin with. So that alone, I'm here for it. Then there's the added benefit of the fact that she is gorgeous and very well spoken, and I don't remember if British or not, but just eloquent as fuck. And the character she's playing talks like, and I think this is pretty spot on, talks like this. It's like, girl, do you smoke cigarettes or do you eat them? What the fuck is going on with
what happened to your larynx?
Yeah. And she just walks around, just does the best job of being like, she drinks shampoo because she's never been in a hotel before, has money but doesn't understand. Just the physical acting of that role and the mental pathway of approaching it are just flawless. And then I got to blow us both the fuck away when we found out, because again, kind of like with Tilda Swinton and Snowpiercer, just it inhabits this character. You don't see
unrecognizable.
Them we found out that she plays one of the characters that we really love in the show that we both enjoyed, in The Pit. And it freaked me out, and then in turn freaked my co-pilot out here to no end, realizing that we'd been watching her for a whole season and not in any way thought that we'd seen her before.
Zero idea.
And I had seen her out of makeup, and I still didn't recognize her because, again, recreated this character and became it. It wasn't her playing this character, it was this character. And we're talking about Fiona Dourif in Dirk Gently, and in a way in The Pit, but mostly in Dirk Gently. Just like, damn girl, Fiona, you fucking rock. I am in awe. Speaking of in awe,
this list would not be complete without one of the goats of acting, Robin Williams. Pick a movie. there's so
you're hard. We've chosen two because we couldn't narrow it down. You could pick most any of his
any of his catalog. He crushed it.
Yeah, until the very end where he was working on a mediocre sitcom. And even that still has moments, but dude, Dead Poets Society. Fucking we don't have it on here, but Good Will Hunting, what's the was it 24-hour photo or 1 hour photo? 1 hour photo?
I think 1 hour photo.
Yeah, just so many of his films.
Good. The one that we chose is Miss Doubtfire, because nobody else could do that movie. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it would play well. I think it'd just look hackneyed as hell. But damn, Robin Williams crushes it. Robin Williams gets to be Euphegenia Doubtfire. And seamlessly swap between being Miss Doubtfire and then just kind of being himself and being this crass middle-aged comedian. And all while being a desperate parent who wants his kids to love him and be happy. It's just a wonderfully mixed bag of stuff that he switches between haphazardly. And it is rife with the chaotic improvisation that is Telltale of Robin Williams. I don't think there's another person alive who can do that. No. And I mean, as the only animated movie that we're going to put on here at all is Aladdin, because they had to, what was you saying? They had to literally, they just kind of said they couldn't get the Oscar for Best Screenplay because too much of his line was just all ad-lib.
So they were up for, because I mean, Aladdin is such a great, iconic animated film. Is great story, well directed, well everything back, in the golden era of Disney.
Yep.
Or like I guess the second kind of golden age of Disney animation. It was up for best original or best written screenplay or best original screenplay or something like that. One of the screenplay variants. And then they found out that Robin Williams, like 90% of his lines were ad-libbed. And it made it ineligible because he had created, like, so much of that character is him. Like, very, like, there are some movies where they will, okay, this and that, this, we're gonna play it on the fly. They're gonna come up with something. Oh, that's neat. But for it to be nearly all of his dialogue in scenes that are written around him, they're just leaving either blank or he is just like doing his own thing because he's motherfucking Robin Williams.
Robin fucking Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's a great, actually, I can't help myself. There is a great, every frame of painting about Robin Williams. And I'm going to put it in here about one of the kind of things that we're not even touching on that he does amazing is the way he moved his characters. And you see some of this in Mrs. Doubtfire. You see in a lot of other movies where it's his physicality of acting is just so unique. And this comes from the fact that, and this is kind of mind-blowing for those that don't know, is that Robin Williams, his first thing he did, like acting wise, or not in movies, but like one of his early gigs, was he was a mime. So for somebody that we associate with ad-libbing lines and, saying the funniest things known to man, which, yes,
yeah,
he also knew how to be quiet and let his body do everything.
Yeah.
Just, they don't make him like that anymore, and they probably never will. It's just
no, like
different.
I have to mention it just because I can't let this go. Like the range he had to be the therapist in Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Like, yeah, he still has the best monologue in cinema to date, in my opinion.
That's a fucking amazing one. And it's also, it's nice that it's, as we both see it, true.
Yeah.
As well. Like, it's speaking truth through a movie to people that need to hear it, of, like, the best parts of people are their lesser selves. Like, falling in love is like losing control. All of those little knickknacks of it.
Yeah.
To me, as someone who's been through therapy for 7 years, and for you, somebody that studied psychology, it's so, it feels so honest and true to me. I don't know how it reads to you.
Yeah. It is without a doubt, in my opinion, the best representation of a therapist in media. It's not close. It's by Robin fucking Williams. Like, and it's not perfect. Like, he's not a perfect person. Like, when he grabs
when he
Will, it's like,
assaults.
whoa, you could get arrested, or like lose your license. immediately. Except Will's a piece of shit and would never be that underhanded. He just wanted to prove that he'd win. But like everything after that initial loss of control, and it's like, okay, he takes the challenge. It's like, and then he just kind of waits for like after he is effectively his rebuttal, which is where he gets to monologue and say like, "You're just a kid." And then he goes back to like, okay, we are back in my realm, and then he's like the whole scene where he just waits for most of an hour for Will to talk.
I think that's the next scene. I don't think that scene comes much later.
It's not much. I think it's like one scene in between, but it's really quick soon after. Like it's their next meeting. Is them just sitting staring at each other for like an hour.
No. I thought that was I thought it went from him like nearly assaulting him. I thought the next scene was him just waiting him out. I thought he waited him out.
No, he does it after they have like. So he assaults him.
Yeah.
Kid leaves and he goes. And so like
I want to marry every day.
He says like have him here on time next week. And then it's like I think the next scene of them together is when they go for a walk to like sit by the
park
lake.
Where he sits.
Yeah, where he's like has the monologue. He's like I thought about because he's like I thought about what you said about my painting, and then I realized something and let it go. Because that's the next time they meet.
Okay, that's okay. That brings I haven't seen it in forever. So one of the interesting things about that scene that actually makes more sense now that I know that. Is we were talking you're talking about camera work of the whole over the shoulder thing.
Yep.
So in that scene, I think it might be talked about the in motion thing, but I'm not entirely sure. Is that scene starts in a single of shooting Robin Williams talking, and then as he goes and continues talking, it pans out and slightly to the right to get Matt Damon in the shot, which unintuitively and subconsciously shows you that they are coming closer together and that they are on the same page, if you will. It's one of the beautiful things of cinematography and filmmaking that I love is that subtly and just through a slight camera movement over like a 5-minute monologue, you can show change and know it but not know it. It's just fucking awesome.
And it ends with the focus going from Robin Williams' like past and history to the challenge presented to Will as it ends with the shot on his face where he's just like shell-shocked. Okay, I need to stop. We could go on for a long time about Robin Williams.
So our last entry on this list is kind of the reason that the list started. I was listening to an interview with Jamie Foxx, fucking so awesome. I love his interviews. He's so energetic and so open and so sweet. And he was talking about, everybody's talking about like, oh, what was it like to work with Leonardo DiCaprio? He's so good. He's like, Leo was great. That scene where he like cuts his hand open in Django Unchained, so good. Oh my gosh, he like stayed in it. We were blown, like our reactions are real. We're kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
But the real acting blew away for me. What, like he's saying this was Samuel L. Jackson is like, we were fucking like both me and Leo were stunned working with him, and just like he'd have that scene, he's like, who's that man on that nag? You're just like, all right, and then like they would say cut, or they go to the other scene where he can drop that performance because it's a performance within a performance, because he is not actually that old man. Nope, he's masterminded this whole shit. And so when he's just talking with Candy, he's just like, oh, thank you, Calvin. Oh yeah, you're welcome. And just like holy shit, when you're flooring like some of the best directors and some of the best actors in the biz by just doing a performance, you deserve to be on this list. For many others as well, because Sam Jackson's the fucking goat. But
his record page is humongous.
Yeah, hundreds of acting scenes and just badass. And also found out not to. I think I watched actually this video last night. It's like Sam Jackson gives a shit ton of money to charity. That boy is paying it forward. He's not enjoying his money by sitting on a McDuck style. He is handing it out. So keep acting awesome and just keep being awesome, Sam Jackson. Fucking rad. All right. I do declare we have gushed enough.
I do think so.
That it is time for an ad break. But feel free to message us on Bluesky at SuperProseBros or via email at superprosebros@gmail.com and let us know which ones you think were, not maybe list worthy or were list worthy and you had on your same list, or that we, in quotes, missed, although there are plenty of actors that we would love to put on here, but, we want to end.
We're already running long.
Yeah. Anyway, now to our sponsors. Do you have that special someone around your life, but not in it?
Perhaps they hang out with only your friends, looking so statuesque.
Occasionally, they give you an invitation to that yearly party in between winter and spring.
But they never want to really hang out. They just want you to feel noticed.
Sounds like someone is in need of Oscar Musk.
Or Parfum d'Oscar for the ladies.
Just 3 quick spritzes, and you'll no longer be left with an empty mantle.
Or as just some guy that pretends to be a retarded drug-dealing piano savant for a year at a time.
Now you'll be that guy.
Or gal.
Someone to be respected.
Revered.
Paid extra.
And not made to do dumb interviews with chicken wings, but rather
give the next guy
or gal
that special something next year.
And then maybe again if someone you know is about to die.
Dude. Oh, hey, you're back.
My God.
Thank you for returning. And you're just in time. For our reading of the next page of Exquisite Corpse Experience. Should we read the last line, or what do you think?
Yeah, that would be my suggestion.
Okay. I'm just some idiot who worked in an advertising office, and that's all they wanted you to be. You weren't supposed to be this. Be what? I've said too much. Jason leapt forward and grabbed the man by his tunic. Say more, or you'll never say anything ever again. A look between a stroke and a bemused grin crossed the man's face. Jason, how the fuck do you know my name? Unlike your boss, I know you won't hurt me. How the fuck do you know that? But they, who the fuck are they? Can do worse than you could ever threaten. Jason really didn't appreciate this lack of knowing, freak storm, and universe blending, let alone the cherry on top of agency reduction of his person. So, as was his maneuver of the day, rage. Yeah? Well, how about this? Jason reached in his pocket and retrieved his only family heirloom, his father's pocket knife, and put it to the man's neck. There are fates worse than death. The look on his face wasn't calm. It was something more grand. Serenity? Like what? Jason asked, perplexed. As if summoned by his questioning, a portal unzipped behind the vagrant, and a pair of hands emerged. One shoved Jason free of the old man, and the other pulled him into the void, as if from murky waters into a lifeboat. Tune in next time for the exciting next page.
My goodness.
What will happen next? We don't even fucking know.
Not yet.
But things we do know is you are in time to be recommended to not watch the movie In Time. I watched this movie eons ago with Justin Timberlake. Not with him, but the movie has Justin Timberlake.
I was like, what?
I just saw, I was scrolling through some, whatever, like Netflix or whatever, and saw this movie. I was like, oh my God, I need to warn the people quick before it's too late. This movie sucks. So, like, this is this movie is exactly why subtext is needed, because this movie doesn't know what that word means. So this is a world where currency is time. You still need time to live, but you also have to earn it and spend it. Rich people have all the time. Poor people have none of the time. If you run out, you die, yada, yada, yada. It's just so on its face, but also doing the problem of trying to matter and mean something, except all of the meaning is on its face. So there's nothing for you as the audience to be like, oh, interesting, that means this. A baby fell out of its mom's pussy and was like, I get it. Like, no one confuses any of the iconography or anything in this movie. It's so obvious. Also, the poker in this movie sucks dick balls, but we're gonna move beyond that because who gives a shit? It sucks in every movie, but this one is painfully stupid. Fuck me, it's bad. Don't see it. Save yourself the time and watch this movie instead. So, as I said earlier, I've been doing a lot of cleaning over the last couple weeks, and one of my favorite things to do while cleaning or doing mundane tasks is watch documentaries. They don't require all the attention. Pick up little bits of trivia here and there. It's a little bit easier on the earballs and eyeballs.
Sure.
And a friend recommended Pee-wee as himself. And it was a 2-part Pee-wee Herman documentary, and it was very fascinating. About his life, about how he got there. And he was very involved with the making of it before his relatively recent passing. And it was very fascinating on, who he was involved with, what he did, this and that, about how Pee-wee's Playhouse came to be, about how, again, this is slightly biased because of who's, making it, but I think by and large, decent chance we got a decent showing of it. He isn't the villain that the American media news cycle tried to make him out to be. Yes, he went to a, dirty movie theater as an adult after Pee-wee's Playhouse had been off the air. And he was doing what everybody in that room was doing when you go to a dirty movie theater. Fucking beating it. There's nothing wrong or illegal about that. He's allowed to be a person. He wasn't even having a show, which wasn't initially by his design meant for children, but he was happy that they found joy in it. Years later, they break into his house and say he has child pornography. Nope. Just pornography. That was never amended. This is why guilty or innocent until proven guilty matters. This is why, tabloids are horrible, is because we remember this shit. And, lots of people, when they talk about, will make fun of Pee-wee. It's like, he didn't do anything. He was just a human. That being said, it is freaky watching him talk about himself, and not because it's like, oh, he sees himself so differently. Pee-wee, not for those reasons, but for other reasons, a little bit of a villain. A little bit of a crazy person. But that's one man's opinion. I would highly recommend watching it for yourself and just learning this and see if you see what I see about, just fame, I guess, and artists. It's fascinating. Check it out. It's on HBO.
Well, if you want something Max. If you want something schlocky and fun instead, I got forced to watch this while I was drunk, and
they taped me down like it was a Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, exactly. So Sean just said when I went to Oregon, Sean's like, "You're watching this," and I was like, "Okay, I'll try anything." I thought it was a show. I'll be honest. No, it's a movie. K-pop Demon Hunters has no right to be good. It is zero business being good at all. Surprisingly entertaining, obnoxiously entertaining, even. It's about a trio of girls who are basically saving South Korea with the power of song and some martial arts.
Some martial arts.
It's they have
just the way you said it.
They've got swords. They one can summon a spear. One can summon a halberd. One can summon kunai. One can summon a sword. They have weapons. They do fight a little bit, but the fight choreography is so not important to the movie. It's just kind of there for fun. I think it's fine. It's like one of the weakest parts of the movie, I think. But it is two tremendous things that go so right for it. One is it's goofy slapstick comedy. It's funny as fuck. Like, it just has this weird sense, like, and stylized sense of humor that plays remarkably well. And I don't like that I found it so funny. But like at one point they go to a doctor because one of the girls is losing her voice. And so he goes, I need to look at the problem. Let's see if I see. And his eyes like bug out of his face. It's ridiculous looking. And it got me to laugh. I'm like, this is so dumb. Why am I laughing? But like it also just has obnoxiously catchy music. Like it's got a couple of bangers in there that I'm like, damn it, K-pop. You got me again. So it's just like, it's not perfect, but it's really entertaining, and it has some really catchy music, and also probably one of the like most merchandisable monsters you've seen in a long time with this weird tiger thing. Which I saw it at first, was like, holy shit, that face is nightmare fuel. But yeah, it's if you want a goofy fun time, it's very enjoyable. Are you looking up the tiger thing?
Shut up, you don't know me.
I hear your keyboard clacking.
Yeah, well, I just cleaned it. By the way, marketable. Yeah, you can also buy a plushie and
merchandising.
Yeah, there's merchandising.
Oh,
yeah, that is very wild. It's something to look at.
It's something. I think it gets like immediately diffused because it is an obsession with correct. Like it knocks over a plant, like a potted plant. It like is obsessed with getting it to like stand back up. It's just so goofy. It's like, why is
you can
so
buy it?
funny?
You can buy a shirt that says "Derpy Tiger" on it that has a picture of it.
Yeah, like it's just, it has no business being as good as it was. Anyways,
well, something that did have as good a business as being at what it was is Mrs. Doubtfire, and that is going to be our quip off today. So allow me to put 2 minutes on the old timerooski. Ready, set, go.
Why does Grandma smell so weird? It's all the formaldehyde.
Oh, as I hold this cold meat, I'm reminded of Winston. God rest his soul.
Frank, could you make me a woman? Honey, I'm so happy.
He was an alcoholic? No, dear. He was hit by a Guinness truck, so it was quite literally the drink that killed him.
I must have been one of the waitstaff. Did you not tip? It was a drive-by fruiting.
Sink the sub, hide the weasel, park the porpoise, a bit of the old Humpty Dumpty, little Jack Horny, the horizontal mambo, the bone dancer, rumple foreskin, baloney pop, a bit of the old cunning linguistics.
Hello!
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Am I being a little graphic? I'm sorry. Well, I hope you're up for a little competition. She's got a power tool in the bedroom, dear. It's her own personal jackhammer. She could break the sidewalk with the thing. She uses it and the lights dim. It's like a prison movie. Amazed she hasn't chipped her teeth.
Oh. My first day as a woman, I'm catching hot flashes.
Carpe dentum. Seize the teeth.
Thanks for inviting me to piss like a racer. Daniel, why are you dressed like a woman?
They should have a little disclaimer that says, do not operate heavy machinery while watching this show. Incredible. This guy used to put me to sleep when I was a kid. Amazing. He has the warmth of a snow pea. He makes Mr. Rogers look like Mick Jagger.
You can't show this cartoon to kids. You might as well be sending them a letter to say, light up and have a smoke.
Take 5. Take 5 million. You're dead.
Who employs this guy? I do. Oh, Daniel, former employee.
Well, with those awesome lines for the fantastic Mr. Robbins or Mr. Williams, fuck me in the ear. That's our episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, please feel free to
like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
But don't forget, new episodes of Super Prose come out the first and third Saturday of every month.
Bye.
Bye.